What up, weirdos? It's your boy Raindrop, Raindog, Rain Drizzle, my co-host, co-captain, Cole, conspirator, Uncle Juju.
What is up, babies?
How's everybody doing? Welcome back to BXTV, aka Back from Hell, your Spotify and YouTube podcast where you didn't know everything you need to know with your boys. If you're new here, make sure you follow us on Twitch. We do a podcast every Friday and Saturday live at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with a live chat, comic book of the night, and a bunch of other random topics we don't talk about here. We talk about them, but they're not the same recycled things. Still comic books, nerds, movies, all that, but just with a chat and everything. Also, I wanted to give a huge shout out and rest in peace to Peter David. He passed away today. If you don't know who he is a huge writer from Marvel and DC. He had a huge run on Hulk. He created Spider-Man 2099 and co-created a bunch of other characters. He also is the guy who gave Aquaman the claw on the hook on his hand. That was during his run. So I just sad day for the comic book world. Huge legend is gone, and I just wanted to shout him out and make sure you go read some of his books. Dude he's a legend for a reason. Doesn't get much better than his writing, especially if you're into Hulk. The guy laid the foundation for that character, so get into it. That was loud as fuck, just so you know. I'm talking about you breathing your vape into the thing like a dust cloud.
I'm close to the mic. I'm sorry.
Mister, I'm gonna quit.
Baby steps.
Yeah, okay. Okay. But yeah, welcome back, everybody. So tonight we have something a little special. We have a movie review. We have something fairly new. This is a Robert Pattinson starring movie. This is not the Batman or Twilight, so go ahead and leave now if that's what you're here for. This is Mickey 17. It came out this year. It's a sci-fi comedy. I would say it is a dark sci-fi comedy. A lot more depressing than I was imagining before I went into this. Like, first 10 minutes, I was like, okay, well, this is kind of fucking dark. But yeah, there's a lot of stars in this movie. We have Robert Pattinson, Mark Ruffalo, Steven Yeun, just some of the bigger names in it. But it was Toni Collette. Yeah, she was in United States of Terra and a bunch of other shows. Hereditary. But she got her start on United States of Terra. Like that's where she like blew up. She definitely would have not got the Hereditary role without that show, because she plays a chick with multiple personalities, and one of them's like super crazy. So she was the perfect role for the mom on Hereditary. But so with that being said, Mickey 17. Also, if you don't know, it was written and directed by Bong. I don't know how to say his name. Do you?
I believe it's
Bong Joon-ho. Yeah, Bong Joon-ho. So IMDb gave this a 6.8 and Rotten Tomatoes gave this a 77. 77 probably seems more right to me than the 6.8. I have a gripe or two with it, but overall, I was pretty entertained. It's a long movie. It's 2 hours and 17 minutes, so it's long in the standard sense. For some people that's not long because they only watch Dune and fucking Lord of the Rings.
Like 4 hours to watch.
Yeah. The only movies they own on VHS are The Godfather. Like, it's like
made before like 1940, where it was 4 hours long.
Yeah. So It's just like I don't know. I think they do a lot, and
Yeah.
they really do hit the sci-fi and the comedy or the dark, I guess the black comedy avenues. I would say, because it's just like it's really funny, but it's also like pretty fucking sad and gruesome,
Yeah.
like at the same
It
time. So
is.
but real quick, if you're not aware what this movie's about, long story short, I'm not going to go into the whole plot of it. I mean, we'll talk about some of our favorite plot points and stuff like that. But basically, Earth is having a this dude failed to be president or whatever the fuck it is. Mark Ruffalo's character, which is hilarious, a little obnoxious but hilarious. Who knew Mark Ruffalo could play such a good idiot when he plays a genius in other movies? You know, I'm just saying, like in Hulk, he's Bruce Banner, so he's like
Yeah.
a fucking genius scientist, and in this movie, he's like a right wing dumbass. Like it's kind of his
Basically,
character.
it's he's playing the stupid evil. You know, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
clearly
yeah.
like
Well,
just not
isn't
intelligent.
that what I just said? A right wing dumbass.
Pretty much,
You know,
stupid
yes,
evil. Like,
yeah. But either way, they're about to have a space voyage to go find a new planet off Earth. They're gonna go live. They're trying to find somewhere else to live, and all these people are signing up to join this dude's uh exploration to this new planet. Ninfel,
Niflheim.
Niflheim. Yeah,
I had to
yeah.
look it up. It is the world of the ice giants
Okay,
in Norse mythology. So it's technically where Loki's from.
okay, for sure, for sure. Fun fact, everybody. I mean, the planet they're going to is a fucking. They end up getting there. It's an ice planet.
Yeah.
But long story short, Mickey 17, which before he's 17, he's just Mickey. Basically, Robert Pattinson's character. Yeah, hold on one second.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on one second. I'm getting a call.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
They're talking about they're going to the ice planet because.
Oh yeah. So basically, Mickey, when before they go to this planet, he's just this everyday guy. He's friends with Timo, Stephen Yeun's character, and basically they get into depth to these massive, like, crazy killer loan sharks, and they decide to sign up on this exploration expedition, whatever you want to call it, to go
Yeah,
to space.
expedition. That's the right
Yeah,
word. Yeah.
yeah, and basically Mickey signs up to be an expendable without reading what an expendable is. And basically expendable is somebody, because on Earth they learned how to print people. Like they if
Yeah,
you
they like
died, yeah, clone basically.
it's
They
cloning. It's
yeah.
cloning with memories.
Yeah, but they basically print you out of this machine and then
Yeah,
upload your memories. Yeah. And there's a whole funny thing with that. But he basically signs up to be an expendable, and basically when you're expendable, you go to space and they basically have you do all the dangerous stuff. They test medicines on you. Like you get killed over and over again. And basically Mickey 17, the reason they outlawed this cloning thing, this printing on Earth,
yeah.
is because some dude made multiples and committed a murder, and they were like, this is gonna happen too often, like this isn't logical, like we can't do this. So basically Mickey is the only you're only allowed one expendable on this trip, and Mickey ends up being the expendable. And long story short, Mickey 17 is basically the final expendable, like cloned version of Mickey, and they think he died. They thought Mickey 17 dies, so they clone another one, and there ends up being Mickey 18, and then there's two of them, and the movie really takes off from there. So yeah, and I mean, there's a lot more to it, you know, like there's romance, like, you know, like I thought it was going to be more of a romance like movie at first because of like how they introduced Mickey's girlfriend and everything.
Yep. Oh yeah, and I mean, holy shit, did that relationship take a turn for like a split second, you know?
Oh yeah, no, for sure, for sure. And I mean, they really Bong, the guy who made this, he really didn't hold back on like all of the like fucked up shit that would that they would do to somebody who can die over and over again, and they constantly are putting Mickey through hell without and like not warning him that they're gonna kill him type shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Like,
you're like, yeah, this is fucked up. Like
yeah.
like
And everybody keeps asking him, like, what is it like to die?
oh
And,
yeah,
like,
dude.
he doesn't like give like a definitive like, you know, it's like that. He just says it sucks. And I'm like, I
Yeah,
agree
dude.
with you.
Yeah, dude. Like, and the thing is like everybody kind of treats him like a piece of shit because he's able to die over and over again, which is like, why? Why are you mean to the guy who's constantly dying? Like, he's going through enough.
I mean, they treat him exactly the way you would treat a robot and like a lab rat. You know, like he's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
weird combination of two because they send him to do all the dangerous shit that they don't want to do. And then on top of that, they're always constantly experimenting with like, you know, various drugs and gases and like to see what would happen to somebody. So again, they themselves can avoid that.
Yeah, like when they finally land on the planet, they make Mickey breathe in the air and he ends up dying from fucking like, and they had to like, and they test like hella medicines and vaccinations on him that just keep fucking his shit up. I forget how many vaccinations it took. It was like a fuck ton because like they were because they were like, we gotta be able to breathe on this planet, which is like that should have been their first red flag of this planet, is that they can't breathe there without some vaccination. Like, you know, like this, like you're not meant to live here, bro. Like, come on.
It's like the fact that they just use him as like the canary in the proverbial coal mine, you know? Like that's another good example of like what he is. But I mean, just the ethical questions alone of like cloning in and of themselves are like, it's a minefield.
I don't know, man.
This context, you know.
This movie, so this is gonna be fucked up, man. This movie, I feel like, was supposed to deteriorate, like, push you away from the idea of cloning being good. And, like, I was like, nah, dude, that shit sounds dope. Like, I can go be a fucking stuntman and just fucking, like, jump off the Empire State Building and, like, I'm gonna just get re-uploaded for, like, 50 bands. Like, I mean, I can see where there could be very unethical problems with it.
Oh, yeah,
like they show that. They show that with the like for instance, like the murderer, and then with Mickey, they point out at one point, because Mickey 18 is like violent as fuck, and Mickey 17 is like a soft body. Most of the Mickeys are like soft and like kind of a bitch boy, like, and because hold on, man, Robert Pattinson was acting his fucking ass off when it was the two Mickeys, because he played himself as two different people so well to me. Like, I really was buying that, like the one, like the emo Mickey, you could tell that was like the Batterson coming out. You know what I mean? Like when we see him as badass Batman, that was kind of like what was coming out in that movie. And then like the bitch boy one was kind of like, all right, there's Edward. Like, but better, you know what I mean? It's like,
oh yeah, I mean, well, to be fair, like, yeah, no, Edward was kind of like the manipulative, abusive boyfriend. So like, yeah, no, it's better.
Okay, you're now beyond more knowledge of Twilight than I know. I don't know who was actually like a good boyfriend. I went to the second movie with my ex-girlfriend when I was like 13 and made out with her the whole time. So I didn't watch it.
To be fair, I will say this. Rainey, I know you're not going to do it, but ladies and gentlemen, if you ever get the opportunity to watch Twilight as an adult, just to see how fucked that story really is, do so.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell our viewers, you probably don't want to do that. Cause, no, dude. Robert Pattinson's acting from Twilight to this is like
This is
tenfold. It's
yeah, he's
tenfold,
been through some
bro.
shit.
Like,
You know?
I mean, Twilight obviously like he did something right in it. You know what I mean? Like every girl loved him. Like whether or not it was because he was just good looking and as a pale guy, but like women loved him, and it's like you can't take that's the thing I can do with movies that I don't like. I can respect that they did something so right, even with it being a novel. You know what I mean? Like that's a hard crowd to please. And the novel readers even were like, I love this movie. So it's like you have to, I'm just saying, you have to respect when a franchise like
Oh yeah.
nails it on the head. You know what I mean? Even if it's not the shit you dig, you know what I mean? Like it's like musicals, like fucking
It's
what's the
good in a few of them, apparently.
yeah, what's the one that just came out though that you went and saw? The Wizard of Oz
Oh,
one.
Wicked.
Wicked, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch Wicked, but I can respect the fuck out of it that like they in the modern day, like I know people who took their sons to go see that who were like high school wrestlers, and they were like, that was good, like that was a good
Yeah.
movie, like it was like, and you know, and that
But it's a good story. That's the thing, though. Like, well,
yeah.
I don't know. Wicked the musical is a good story. Wicked the book is way more fucked than it.
Oh, I know. It came out online like right before it came out. Like everybody, like it was like it, which is. Go ahead.
An honest criticism that applies to Twilight as well. The book is infinitely more fucked than the movie.
Well, yeah, dude, but the movie was PG-13. They weren't about to like. they were trying to get the middle school crowd because they were like, we have fucking Robert Pattinson like in his like prime era of like a pretty boy.
I will also say that like, as far as his quote unquote stilted acting is concerned, the reason why he's so like, one-to-one with Edward in the books is because he was built in that way. He's a character who is constantly uncomfortable because he's constantly afraid that he's just gonna kill somebody. So
okay, man, you're getting too deep into the Twilight lore. This is
no, but I'm saying like,
no, you are. Yeah. I don't know though, man.
Knocking his
But
that,
but that's what I'm saying about him is that like in this movie and in the Batman and in the Devil All the Time or whatever with Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson has proved time and time again he is a very good actor.
Yes.
Like no matter if he's playing the creep, the good guy, the awkward vampire that sparkles in the sun, or fucking whatever, the dude can do it. And I hate that I was so anti Patton.
Cedric Diggory. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. But that's what I'm saying is like, I was one of those people when it got announced that he was being Batman. I was like, no fucking way. I'm not allowing this. I was like, I'm not allowing this, dude. And then I was like, okay, this is literally like, they nailed it with the year 2 Batman. Like, this is what it is. Like, this is 100% him. Like, this is Bruce when he wants to just straight be Batman. Like, got it. Love it. Didn't care for the Riddler, but I love the rest of it.
Which, I mean, ultimately it ended with the Penguin, and now we're getting the Batman 2. Which
whenever that happens.
Whenever that happens. We are getting it, I hope. Like, to be fair, like, this is a really good Robert Pattinson movie. Like, weirdly good.
What do you...
I want to ask you, what are the things that you had an issue with? Because, like, we've been talking about...
Okay, so I think this movie was... Okay, so now that I didn't realize going into it was a sci-fi movie. Like, I knew it was, like, cloning people and shit, and that should have been, like, the biggest giveaway. But, like, I low-key thought it was going to be some weird romance movie, which I was, like, like, dark comedy romance movie, which I was here for. But, I was recommending it to my parents, and then halfway through, it's like a huge shift into the sci-fi. Like when they get to the planet and they meet the screamers.
Call them the creepers.
Creepers. Yeah, sorry. I watched this like yesterday morning, so I'm fucking trying to remember. But yeah, the screamers. So I was fine with the screamers. I dug the screamers, but I went back to my stepmom and was like, I don't think you should watch that movie. Like, I mean, if you want, you can, but I think like when it gets to the halfway point, you're gonna kind of like just like disassociate and kind of like. Because she's not like, I don't think she's like a huge sci-fi person, and those screamer things become like a huge plot point, and like the whole talking to them thing and all that. Like, I don't think it was a bad thing. I just think it was like a huge like shift in like the movie halfway.
It was a huge tonal shift.
Yeah. And
I feel you on that.
And, like, I kind of wanted them to explore more of the daily life with the two Mickeys. Like, I wanted to see them try to, like, at least a day of just them, like, showing.
Trying to cohabitate.
Yeah. Rather than just, like, an awkward sex scene with them two and Natasha or whatever her name was.
No,
I don't care if it's myself. I'm not boning a chick with myself. That's weird, dude. Like,
beyond levels of narcissism, you know.
It's like weirdly cucking yourself with yourself. Yeah.
Is it though?
I don't know, man, because it's like you doing it, but yes, it is.
Weirdly into it was kind of a little off-putting to me.
It makes guys who have to look at mirrors while they fuck seem so less weird. Like, it makes them seem normal. Like when Mickey 18 just like grabs her hand and like puts it down his pants while she's like making out with Mickey 17, I was like, I don't like this. Like, I did like it because Bong Joe, whatever, I generally love that he pushed the envelope on every avenue of this movie. Like, comedy, he went he really like didn't hold back on like, you know, the dark humor, you know, like when he's out in space and they like trick him into getting radiation poisoning and then his hand just gets like flown off. It's gory, but it's funny the way it goes down. And then like when they're like forgetting to put the tray under him when he's getting printed out butt naked and he's just like falling on the ground and shit. Like, you know,
the first time you see it happen, it's like a paper jam.
Yes,
like,
dude. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like, I just love that, like, he didn't hold back on, like, just being crazy in this movie. Like, so even though the threesome made me feel awkward, it was, like, a good awkward. It was, like, okay, like, you went to a part of the brain that only, like, a crazy version of yourself would do, which is what Mickey 18 is. So it made sense.
Yeah, and, I mean, I wasn't uncomfortable with it. I was just personally, like, yeah, this is one of the reasons.
I don't mean
like, I'm not okay with like teleportation because it's like you're just copying yourself. Yeah, and the original gets destroyed, and I'm like, is that you? You know, like what? Or
I don't think teleportation is like scientifically like in movies. I don't think it's like I don't think that's how it goes down. I think it's more like all of those particles of you get sent. Like, I mean, it's scientifically not real, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but
but it's like The Prestige was a good example of that, where like he kept trying to teleport himself, but it was just making clones and like having to kill him.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, I know, but you're using one movie that had like that for teleportation. That's not law for teleportation though.
Oh no, and I'm also using Star Trek as a reference because it's like they explain how their shit works, and it's like I'm not cool with that, not at all. Like, but because like they had a couple of episodes where the teleporter malfunctioned, and there was like a second like Riker running around, and it's like
Okay.
not cool with that. No.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, no, I really do like that he went to every avenue of the brain for
Yes.
like what would go down in this situation. But yeah, I mean, my other gripe was I enjoyed Mark Ruffalo, but I felt like he was a little obnoxious.
I his death was just like oddly satisfying. So
Mm-mm.
like I think it makes up for it.
I mean, like, his death was satisfying, but like, I don't know, man. Fucking like I was laughing at it at first, but by the end I was like, just kill this son of a bitch. Like, just kill this son of a bitch. And then when his wife goes, I was cheering. I was like, oh, thank God, bro. These people are horrible. Like oh my God, man. The mutiny felt so great.
It felt earned. It felt earned. And I want to take a moment and shout out Toni Collette, by the way, because I loved her in everything that I've ever seen her in. She is
Yeah,
always
yeah,
top
yeah.
notch. And in this one, her weird obsession with sauce.
Yeah,
like,
dude, but that's what I'm saying. He had such like stupid comedy throughout the whole thing. Like they ended up being like inside jokes if you like for the movie kind of thing, you know? Like it was like he made the pun once or twice and then like throughout the rest of the movie they just like would go back to the sauce reference and it was just like and I was like, yo, what the I'm glad you brought that up because like I thought like after like the fifth time I was like just stoned and like thinking I was like seeing her talk about sauce again and I was like, no, this bitch is really like is obsessed with fucking sauce, yo. Like
and then she like that whole scene where they're in the cave, like in the central core where they throw all their trash into, which is like hysterical that basically every time you get reprinted it's being used by recyclables.
well, no, it's literal shit and recyclables
Yeah,
and
it's
dead bodies.
I'm like again not okay with that.
I mean, you're not thinking about the positives of it though. Like, what? Why are you not okay with that when you're literally go Google right now how much microplastics are in your body? Like, you're already there, bud. Your body's full of shit already. Like,
hold on, time out. Time to admit something real quick. I'm probably jam packed full of fucking plastic straws that I ate in 1997, dude.
okay,
Like, I
exactly.
was that kind of.
You
kid.
might be better off with your re-upload, dude. You can be like, yo, cut me down.
All that shit out.
Be like, yo, can you upload me from when I was 19? Like, like, come on.
This consciousness though, not the 19.
Yeah, no, honestly. No. Let me have it figured out. Like, well, not figured out, but somewhat. But no, dude, I had fun. I genuinely like. I've been watching a lot of old movies, so like for this to be like one of the first like 2025 movies I've watched, like recently, it was like okay, like this was. I think I liked it so much because it's original.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. And it also kind of proves my theory that like good movies don't necessarily make a huge amount of money because I believe this was considered a bomb, even though it had a budget of 118 million and made 132 worldwide. So, like, it didn't really
Yeah,
tell a
it
huge
didn't do
profit.
400 fucking whatever.
But like, I kind of like movies that bomb in the theaters and then find a life outside of it.
I definitely think this is one of those movies when people find out they like Pattinson, they're gonna go back and be like, oh shit, what is this movie? And then they're gonna be like, oh shit, this is fucking fire. And like they're gonna go look it up and be like, wait, this only did this, and everybody's gonna be shocked in fucking 5 to 10 years that this movie was, like it's, I guarantee, because I mean, it's sci-fi, it's comedy, there's romance, like I mean, there's actual
political satire.
Yeah, political satire. I mean, there's fucking there's violence and some action. It just like, and there's like themes of like self-doubt and anxiety kind of thing, like, so I mean, I see why, because like I saw an interview recently of John Carpenter talking to Bo, the guy who made this, like at a convention. They were on stage talking, and he asked his translator to ask Carpenter would he do a score for him on his next movie, and Carpenter said fuck yes and shook his hand.
Oh shit.
So
all right.
I mean, we don't know if it will ever happen, but we have a handshake from John Carpenter and the man himself who made Mickey 17 that they're gonna, like, John Carpenter's at least gonna do the score on a movie for him, which I was like, why would he agree to that? I mean, like I'm sure this guy's cool and everything, but I was like, how good are his movies? And then I saw this and I was like, oh shit, original sci-fi, like violent, like gore, like, I mean, this is very much like I could see Carpenter like doing something.
Oh, definitely. And the weird part is that like it would probably be for a non-horror. Like,
oh yeah. Well, I mean, people forget though that like Carpenter's made some shit, man.
He's making some mainstream like non-horror movies too, which is like I think it's the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, the original version of that.
Starman.
Yes, Starman.
Fucking Big Trouble in Little China. Like,
that's my personal favorite.
I mean, dude, that, like, you watch that and you're like, Carpenter?
Dude, if not for John Carpenter, we wouldn't have Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Think about that right now.
That's so valid, dude. That's so valid. I mean, my point being, though, is I would love to see... I honestly would have loved to see Carpenter make the score for that movie. Imagine if he did the score for Mickey 17. I mean, not that the music was bad or anything. Like,
I think it would have added an extra kind of edge to it.
Yes. I think it would edge and emotion. Like...
Yeah.
Like, just it would have did something. But I mean, dude, I definitely think if you're just a sci-fi moviegoer, like, you definitely should watch this. Like, it's weirdly like, so I've never watched Star Trek, like but it didn't remind me of Star Trek in the sense of what was going on or being said. It reminded me of Star Trek in the sense that, like, most of what I was seeing was going on a ship. And I kind of enjoyed, like, this taking place primarily on this one ship. I like movies that are like Hateful Eight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
you like movies where they're in one location. For
yeah,
like of the movie, and it's like, yeah, no, I
like movies that can do it well. I don't like movies that suck at doing one or two locations, because that shit can get boring. Like 127 Hours was actually fucking good. Like, I did not think that movie was gonna be fucking good, and I was like, this shit gave me anxiety. Like, that shit made me not want to go explore by myself type shit.
Oh, dude, for sure. That and The Descent was like the end of that kind of thing.
Oh, no, dude. For me, it was fucking Midsommar. Midsommar, dude. Yeah. I was in the theater, and I looked at my boy, and I was like, yeah, fuck no, dude. Like, I'm with these people, because in the theater, dude, it was dead quiet. You've seen the movie, right?
Yeah.
All right, so when they're all going to the to the ceremony of the old people, and they go to the cliff ledge, and they just start dropping like flies and hitting the ground like smashed fucking turkeys. Oh my god, and the one group of tourists is like, nah, we're fucking out of here. Fuck this, fuck that. And they're like trying to calm them down. I'm like, no, dude, these are the most logical people I've seen in a horror movie to date. And they got killed for it though, which sucks. Like they got killed for being logical, bro. Damn shame. Which usually happens. Is that not what happens in horror movies? If you're logical, you're usually the first one killed. Like it's like the ghost or demons or whatever are like, oh, this guy's logical. Get him the fuck out of here.
It's like, it's either you're no, that's not what's happening, man. And it's like clearly like some ghost shit and like, that guy.
No, I get that, but I'm saying though, like, the person who's like, we gotta get out of here, like, immediately is usually like, and everybody else is like, no, it's fine, dude, it's fine.
No. Those are usually the ones that live.
Yes, what I'm saying.
Ripley was like, get that shit off the ship, like, today.
I mean, that's like the one occasion. I'm just saying, like, that's more of a sci-fi movie. I'm talking about horror movies. Like, in horror movies, like, it's like, nah, bro. Like, when people are like, nah, we shouldn't go in there, there's ghosts, they're usually the first ones to die, because everybody else is like, nah, let's go in there, it's fine. And then they all go in there, and then that, like, a fucking horror movie logic is like my most love-hate relationship. Like,
I had a book when I was in high school that was called How to Survive a Horror Movie. That was like all of those.
Okay, not to be racist, but the first one's to not be black. For some reason, like,
it was printed in 2007, so obviously.
Yeah, dude. Like, in the early horror movies, it was the black guy always died first. Like, it was like a known thing, and it like made no sense. That or the chick showing her tits dies first.
That the black dude dying first was such a horror trope that even in Night of the Living Dead, the whole point of that movie is the black guy actually survives until he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. That was in the 60s, dude. Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, dude. Let him live.
Kudos to Jordan Peele. Changing shit. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I saw what was that one? The Western one that he did with the horses and the fucking shit that was sucking them up into the sky.
Oh, nope.
Nope. I saw that. Again, like, logical characters making logical decisions. Like, yes. And again, another movie where Steven Yeun is a piece of shit.
I never saw that movie. I didn't see that one.
It's good. It's good. Like, this is good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like his movies. The weirdest fucking one I saw. Holy shit! What is the name of that movie, dude? Oh my god.
Is it Us?
Yes. That movie was fucking off-putting, man. Like,
yeah, and like I couldn't get what the whole like point of it too was.
no, you weren't following, dude. I was locked in. Like, that was a movie that, like, I was telling people in the house to shut the fuck up. Like, they were trying to talk, and I was like, yo, shut the fuck up right now. This is too fucking good. I mean,
dude, I watched that on my phone in my in-laws' house when everybody else was asleep.
Oh, fuck that.
So, like, I'm in like bed next to Meredith watching this fucking horror movie. Like, so I'm like, oh god, this shit's gonna happen, man. Like,
yeah, dude. Fucking, I didn't know Us came out in 2019 though. I didn't know it was that old. I mean, it's not old, but like, you get what I'm saying. I didn't know it was like 7 years.
I didn't see it when it came out. I saw it maybe a year or two after.
I saw it last year.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I didn't hear about it till last year. That one was one that just like flew over me. Mickey
The one that I
17. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, the one that I didn't see was the first one he did. With,
Get
I think it's
Out.
Get Out. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've never
Get
seen
Out
that.
was really good. Um, Another one I really liked by him was his Candyman movie. His
I do want to
Candyman.
see that.
That was
I
really
do want to
good.
see that.
I watched that a while back. I think she fell asleep, but I was locked the fuck in because I grew up watching the original, so like
Yes. Which that movie still kind of holds up a
yeah, it
little bit.
does. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Fucking yeah, man. I mean, Jordan Peele and Bong should collab on a movie. I feel like they
Oh,
could do something crazy.
that would be weird. That'd be like a good weird, you
Yeah,
know?
dude, that's what I'm saying. Like some really far out there shit. Like the good far out there, you know? Also, I was thinking about something today. You always talk about how uh the second movie in trilogies is always the best.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's
Um
kind of like my personal opinion.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I think I found one that you might agree that the third one is the best.
ooh,
Army of Darkness.
yes, wholeheartedly, wholeheartedly. The first Evil Dead is good for what it is, and I mean, it's a straight horror movie made on a budget,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
legendary. You know, the second one was great. It's a great horror comedy,
Yeah,
but the
100%.
third movie is just
All
all over
around.
the fucking place. Like,
Yeah, dude. So fun fact, apparently on one of the Evil Deads, uh um Bruce Campbell and like the whole like all the actors, they decided to get high between like every shoot. And like he was 21 and like never really smoked. And he thought he was gonna make it really good because apparently there's a movie where Jack Nicholson or whatever,
um,
like before a scene, he smoked like 47 joints or some shit. Apparently,
I think I know. I think it's something cowboy. I know what I know what
yeah,
movie it is. It's
yeah. Fucking. So he got the idea from that, and apparently everything they filmed was just not
it's
usable.
unusable.
Yeah, like it was all just dog. It was just fucked. Like they were all just stoned as fuck. It was like it did
Yeah.
not work the same way. Like I was like, yeah, because Jack Nicholson was probably like railing lines while he was smoking 47 joints.
Fuck yeah, man. Jack Nicholson is the only one that can make fucking Mick Jagger go, all right, I'm going home now.
Yeah, dead ass. I don't know, man. My dad was putting me on game. I didn't know Robin Williams was a huge cokehead.
Yes. He talked about it on one of my favorite albums, which is Live at the Met. He talked
Okay.
about his alcoholism and his love for cocaine.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
it makes sense.
Well,
Like
yeah, I mean, not like when my dad said it, I was like, yeah, that checks out. Fucking, like, yeah, like, you go back and, like, watch it. Like, dude, have you seen his, like, voice acting videos? Like, the behind the
yeah,
scenes of it?
yes.
He is
Yes.
geeked up. He is the twitchy, moving on. Like, he makes Chris Farley look calm.
Yes.
Like,
Dude, and like so the reason the way I'll hit you with a fact. The way Robin Williams got the job as the genie was because some animator took his I think it was either Live at the Met or one of the other albums that he had, and he animated over it, F bombs and all, and showed it to Jeffrey Katzenberg and was like, "What do you think about this?" And it's the genie turning into like all the characters and like because he was doing
oh,
all the voices and shit. And
yeah.
they were like, "All right, Robin Williams can be the." That's how he got the job, and he didn't even audition it. Disney like told it, like
Yeah,
recruited
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Fucking. I did hear something about I think it was the genie, maybe. One of his roles, he just like the animators were getting like pissed because he would just fucking uh
Ad lib.
yeah, he'd ad lib so much random shit and just like what's it fucking called? What's the word I'm looking for? When you just make shit up on the spot.
Oh, improvise.
Yeah, he would improvise and ad lib so much shit, and they'd have to animate it, and like they're just like, "What the fuck, man?" Like it was good, but like it's not in the, you know what I mean? Like,
It's not anything we can use.
but yeah, dude, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace.
Real funny fact about Robin Williams too. There's like an R-rated version of Mrs. Doubtfire somewhere in Chris Columbus's house because they had to do like 3 takes. One was the PG, one was blue for Robin's sake, and then the rest of it was just him improvising.
Oh God. Okay, pause. Mrs. Doubtfire, if you go back and watch it, Robin Williams' character is a psychopath.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Like point blank, bro. Like lunatic.
And I love the fact that his the people who turn him into Mrs. Doubtfire is Harvey Fierstein and Doug Jones. If Doug Jones is a name you should know, especially if you love character creature features, because he has been in literally everything. He's
all right.
Butcher and Hocus Pocus. He's fucking Abe Sapien.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that make the mask of Mrs. Doubtfire. Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Love it, dude. I love how we went from Mickey 17 to Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
I don't know.
That's not a good movie though.
No, it is, but like I was just like rewatching it on something the other day, and I was like, yo, this motherfucker is a psychopath. He dressed up as a fucking woman and spied on his ex-wife or whatever, like in her family. Like, bro, like straight to jail, please. Like straight to jail. No, jail. Like I don't think the restraint when you go undercover as a nanny to spy on your family, I don't think a restraining order is gonna hold you back, bro. I think you're just gonna dress up as something else.
Which, like, I think they toyed about doing Mrs. Doubtfire too.
Oh my God.
How would you get away with that?
You don't. You don't, bro. You taint the franchise by making a second one. And I hope for respect they never try to make a new one. Like that's a movie that needs to be just like categorized as untouchable, you know? Like
that movie needs to go into a vault where it's like never gonna have a sequel, never gonna be remade. It just is what it is.
Yeah, dude. Like, come on, don't ruin the gold that Robin Williams gave us, you know? Fuck it. I won't lie though, yeah. Jesus Christ, yo. I mean, be fair, Tyler Perry pretty much made his own Miss Doubtfire franchise with Madea.
Oh, dude, yeah. Not only that, but he owns a studio now because of that.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Like, fucking... I never would have thought Madea was gonna go. I loved it, like, when it was coming out, you know? Like, I watched all of them. But I never thought it was gonna be what it was. Like... You know what I mean? Like, I knew Tyler Perry was, like, the shit, but, like, I never thought he'd be this fucking big off of Madea, bro. Like...
Yes. I never thought he'd get that big to have an episode of the Boondocks pulled.
Yo. Yo. Fair. Well, Boondocks just need better lawyers.
Yeah.
But fucking... That is a series I need to own on DVD.
Oh, dude, for sure, for sure.
But what do you rate Mickey 17 out of 10? Let's get this out of the way. Let's get the
I gave it a solid 9.
a
It
9.
yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9.
Man, I give this a 7.5. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think it was a bad movie by any means, but I don't have any want to really go back and rewatch it.
Fair.
I can't.
Yeah,
I
I'd
can't.
say it's like a 7. You know the reason why.
You know what? You can go with 9. You can go with 9. I'm not. I'm just saying me personally. That's why I'm giving it that score.
Kinda, like, hear me out.
Yeah.
I like a lot of like satire and stuff, so I thought that was done very well. I felt like the movie dragged in certain spots, but I think it made up for it in others.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
I definitely watched it in like 2 different sittings. Like,
I watched it in one go. So
yeah.
I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie.
No, I did.
See more from the director. You know, like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like Parasite, I think he did, which
Yeah, that got
that
so
movie-
much praise. That movie
Yeah,
got
and
so
the thing
much praise.
is, like, I have to sit down and watch that movie because it's in Korean.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't speak Korean. So,
Yeah, you gotta read the subtitles for that. That's
yeah,
for sure.
and, like, but Pattinson everybody did a very good job. Like, Ruffalo, I think, was a little over the top, but
Yeah.
and like, it's not the banality of evil, it's the stupidity of evil. So, like, it makes sense. But and Toni Collette is always a joy to see in every movie she's.
No, for sure. She fucking blew it off the top for real. Like, her and Mark Ruffalo low key were like the perfect people. Like they just sold that like political dumbass role like so well together.
It was like as if Jim Baker and Tammy Faye were in politics.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's very fair. That's very fair. But yeah, dudes, I definitely think you guys should go watch it. I had fun. I love an original movie idea, you know, so I definitely want to check out more stuff from the director, like Juju said. And I can't wait to see what Alan Pattinson gets into, you know?
Yeah. Oh, going forward, yes, for sure. I'd be surprised if he doesn't win an Oscar soon.
Yeah, me too. Something will give it to him. Something will come out here and give it to him. You know, I can't wait. But with that being said, dudes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Twitch at BrainDeadXTV. We stream every Friday and Saturday at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And make sure you go read some Peter David this week. Don't be a fucking loser. And go read. It's fucking great. And I'm going to go and warn you, it's not 5 words on a page. Like, there's actual dialogue. It's fucking great storytelling. Don't be a bitch. Fucking
glasses on if you're of a certain age.
Yeah, or grab the tablet and zoom the fuck in. They do have that option. But remember, never offended, always recommended. Later. Oh, I didn't hit the button. Haha, later.